About 4 years ago, and I was an egotist at that time. I literally said to him, "That's awesome, man. I'm super excited for your success. I probably won't see you at the next convention." And I said it because I knew what drove him, right? I wanted to kind of give him a little nudge, because his pecs are so big. So, I'm so proud of you, Alex. You have unbecome, my man. You have become who you are. This goofy, fun, amazing, powerful dude. And I'm so proud of all your success. Please come to your feet and welcome Alex Shaheen.
All right, Alex! All right! Yeah!
How many awards did you get?
Yeah!
4. 4 company awards.
All right, Alex!
Team Pinnacle.
Yeah!
Look at this real quick. What we want.
Yeah!
I'm excited to be here.
All right!
This feels like the first day of the rest of my life. I love it. Something I didn't plan on talking about, but I'm going to mention, give you a little tip. I listen to songs like that every morning when I'm waking up, brushing my teeth. The first thing that I ever do is put on music. And it's not just like Pandora or whatever. It's specific songs, like All We Do Is Win, songs like this, like stuff that gets in my head. So when I wake up and I talk to my first prospect or my first associate, I'm jacked out of my freaking mind because music moves your soul, right? You weren't clapping for me, I appreciate that. You were clapping for the music and the way it made you feel. You were like, yeah, that song, it's now or never, right? So if you don't do something to change your mood and your placement, you know, nothing is going to change for you. So it's all about what all these incredible speakers have done today. I mean, I applaud them, right? Because I'm nervous being up here in front of you, not because I can't speak, but because I'm nervous to make sure that I bring enough value to you in the few minutes that I have up here. And so just an incredible job from our speakers today. I'm going to quickly share my background and stories. A 23-year-old junior in college. My father owned his own business, and so entrepreneurialism was in my background. I thought I might start a business, but as a junior in college, when they say that you're going to figure it out and know where you're going, I had no clue, right? So I was one of those millennials that lacked direction. And so there's a lot of them out there that have a lot inside of them that have been spinning their wheels that sincerely need a track to run on. But I didn't need anybody to hold my hand on that track. I grabbed people's hands. So don't think I didn't reach out, right? But nobody had to say, come here, hold my hand. I said, give me your hand. Like, I want to run. And so there are people like that out there that will help you to lead them, right? They're going to ask you for the books and the audio tapes and the things that can really benefit them most. And so really I'm here. I won those 4 awards this year because of 2 reasons. It was a decision 3 years ago at a national convention. They passed out a brochure of top growth awards. And I circled 3 of the categories, and I got 4 categories. So I guess that was a bonus. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
The law of attraction took 3 years for that to come up. So when you plant the seed, stick around long enough for it to be nourished, right? But secondly is because of the person that I've become, I've attracted incredible leaders into the team. Not just people that are a part of the team, but because of the development and the change that I've personally experienced through the books, the tapes, through Mr. Carruthers, through Mr. Moeller, through Mr. Guidro, through other incredible leaders. Those are just the ones in my direct upline. But I've learned so much from others here today. And every day when I wake up and every day when I go about what I do that with the intention of growing myself, not because I want to be so great, but because I want to add such incredible value to the people around me. And this is really hard to do without a mic stand, but I actually have a mission statement that I keep in my wallet that I've had here forever. I want to read it to you before I get started. I am successful, and people desire to be around me. I am changing lives, and I am meant to be here. Everyone who comes in contact with me is happier for doing so. I bring people fulfillment and joy by being in my presence. I add value to the lives of everyone I touch. And I hope that's a good accumulation of your interaction with me. I hope that statement has held true. It has nothing to do with money. My own best friend is not my best friend anymore and blocked me from Facebook because he said I was obsessed with money and success. I've known him since I was 7 years old. We haven't spoken in months. He didn't come to my son's first birthday party.
Wow.
Ouch.
Right? And we've known each other all our lives, traveled everywhere together. You know, most of my childhood memories were with him. And he wasn't willing to follow me on this journey. He wasn't willing to support me as I changed. And it's because, not because he's a bad person, but because I've chosen the path less traveled. I've read the books. I've decided to do something independently that's separated me from people that I care about probably most in this world. But I have new best friends, right? I have people in this business that I get to travel everywhere with, right?
Yeah.
So, like Nathan Bourne said, sometimes it's not learning something new, sometimes it's letting go of something old. And that doesn't mean just knowledge. Sometimes that means people. Sometimes that could be your best friend, right? Maybe one day if God means it, he'll come back in my life. But today, what I want to talk to you about is a couple different things. The three reasons people stay in Legal Shield. There's 3 reasons. Number 1, it's because they're making money. You know, anytime you can help somebody make money, they're going to stick around, right? You know, that's kind of why you're at a job if you still have one. I would imagine it's because they give you a paycheck at the end of the week. I would bet you my bank account, if they quit paying you, you quit your job, right? So that's one of the reasons you're there. Number 2 is for the relationships. It's the camaraderie of all these incredible leaders in Legal Shield and the significant impact that you feel they make on you and that you make on others. And number 3 is personal growth. It's the books, the audio tapes, it's your personal journey, right? If you have one of any of those 3, and if people on your team have one of any of those 3, they will stick around, right? But if they have all 3, they're what I like to call a career associate. They're going to be here for their entire careers. They're making money, they're building relationships, and they're becoming better. So if you can help people on your team garner those 3 particular things, they're going to build a market, right? They're going to be the leaders. They're going to be the ones on stage on your team because they have all 3 of those things. And so, you know, how do you build that market? I'm going to talk real quick in the minute that I have left about the business briefing. It's so important, and I'm going to share why with you in 60 seconds. Because when every week, you don't go to church to find your faith, you go to grow it, right? So when that one person that you think can absolutely transform your business, Andrew and Lizzie, are y'all here? Where y'all at? They left, they walked out? Okay, they were going to be my great example today, but they're not a great example. They're the example of why don't leave the meeting, so y'all can tell them later on. So we'll use a different example. They were a great example of what not to be right now. That's okay. When you're on stage, you have the mic. You say what you want. So somebody like Mike and Kat Parlier. Mike and Kat, are y'all here? Can y'all stand up for me? Let's give them a round of applause. Top senior directors. So first of all, Mike's one of my best friends now because of this business, but he was a business owner. So when you've been working for 6 months to get this guy that you know that's a mogul in business out to the business briefing. He doesn't get signed up for the information that he sees in the business briefing, even though it's so great. He gets signed up because Mike Parlier comes up across stage and does his 60-second testimonial talking about, I've owned 3 businesses and I found a better way in Legal Shield. He's like, oh my God, I own 3 businesses. You mean I can make more money in Legal Shield and have more fulfillment than I do at my job? And you're like, yeah, let me introduce you to Mike. So you go up and introduce him to Mike, and it's that connection at the business briefing that makes the difference of your associate signing up or not. But guess what? Can you imagine if that one person came out that night that you've been trying for 6 months to get to the business briefing, and that particular night Mike didn't have a guest and didn't show up, and the one recruit that you've worked 6 months to get out to the business briefing didn't sign up because he didn't hear that one testimonial? How upset would you be That's the reason that you're so important, that you're at every single business briefing, not because of the guests that you have, but because of the guests of the team in the marketplace. And that's why the business briefings are so very pivotal every single week in the Super Saturdays. And so I just want to make sure that you guys know that. Your fellow team members are counting on you. And I wish I had more time to go into different things on that. But I just encourage you guys to dream a little bit. You know, when you daydream on the ride back, yes, do IPA. On the plane ride when you can't call people, dream about what it's like when you get the ring, when you're on stage just like this. As an only child, one of my biggest benefits, not having any brothers and sisters, was I daydreamed a lot. I think that's one of the reasons that I'm where I'm at today. And so I hope that each and every one of you dream a little from this event and realize that your success is one decision away. Thank you so much.
Yeah!
So I want to bring up somebody that always inspires me through their love and kindness.